Salutations, good day, and hi! Welcome to our first stream of 2024 on the vTuber Racing Project channel. This is the Indy Lights second series. We have 24 independent vTubers looking to grab the 40th and final slot in next month's IndieCar second series. But first, they gotta go through 12 rather challenging 15 to 20 minute rounds of action. Who do you have winning this series this weekend? Let's say hello to our 24 drivers. We have Ori Lunami, Atoro Tori, Crystal Milk Tea, Grimmy, Inarioki, Inawi, Jurishima, Cromroll, Mari, Mia Marina, Nanobites, Niniuna, Yarochu Ojiki, Onolumi, Ray Bubbles, Rainy, Shizuko, Tomoe Amari, Tsukimi B. Dorni, Surinen, Utada Zoe, Vividly Vivi, and of course Yukinoshi Takeo. Those are your 24 drivers. Let's see who will do very well in these first 4 rounds as we open up rFactor. So this is an Indy Lights car. The Dallara IL-15 with Mazda engine and Cooper tires. Anyway, first round will be taking place at Walt Disney World Speedway, which is a 1 mile short oval. We're going to be racing 36 laps, 20-minute time limit, and 20 drivers will qualify for each of the 12 rounds, which means 4 will miss out in each race. Alright, let's get right into the racing. Let's get into loading the grid. No need for track previews. We've already seen some action on some of these tracks. We just want to get to the action already. Alright. Just no need to get through the qualifying. We just want to call away 4 drivers from the field because we can only have 20 drivers in each round. So we are not going to see Mia in the first round. We're not going to see Ray Bubbles, Shima, nor Onolumi. So these will have to skip. Pole will go to Crumroll. So Crumroll, a good friend of Nanobites, will get the first point of the series. And then starting alongside her in the first row is Utada Zoe. Row 2 we have Ori and Yuna. Row 3 is Ojiki and Inamiyoki. Then we have Peo, Mari, Inawi, and Nano. Then Vivi and Tori. Or should I say Altu Tori? Altaru. And we have Crystal, Grimmy, and Nyaru. And finally, Shizuko, Rainy, Tomoe, and the notorious TBD. That's 20 drivers. That's the grid locked for this opening round of 12. We have short oval shenanigans taking place at Walt Disney World Speedway in Orlando. Who will be making magic early on? Let's Let's find out after I let everyone know that the round one is about to commence. Okay. Alright, it's the first stream of 2024 for me. I haven't streamed in weeks. Go easy on me. Everyone on the track. And, there go the pace car, and, I'm gonna fast forward a bit. So, right around here. And we'll be set to begin here. Alright, Crumb Roll and Utada Zori, your front row for this 36-lap race. First of 12 rounds here in the second Indy Lights series. And we are set to begin. Here we go! Already a car part flying way out of the track limits as Utada Zoe makes a great jump, cutting into the second of 3 turns on this 1 mile short oval. Now comes the difficult third turn. Hard to go around this turn without some slipping and sliding. Zoe, Ojiki, and Crumroll, your top 3. For some reason, Niniuna is marked incorrectly at 20th. Shizuko is entering pit lane. She has no front wing. This is a tough turn to go around. One mistake and you might oversteer. Ojiki, the older sister of Rainy, they both share the same channel with each other. Here she is making the move in her rather unusual livery. Oh, but makes a mistake, loses her nose cone, but for some reason her front wing remains intact, and she jumps to the lead. Crumroll in P3. BB in pit lane. Rainy, the younger sister of Ojiki, also having to stop for a bit. Zoe and Crumble gotta watch out for Yuna. She is a lapped car for some strange reason. We're through 4 already. Rainy is just about coming out now. Shizuko is way behind. Careful, Crystal. That turn is especially slippery. Try to do a bit of adjusting in the track files just to make sure that the cars are able to have more grip on the track. As Crumroll and Ojiki are basically neck and neck with each other for the lead, and Crumroll just couldn't quite pass Ojiki for the lead. Both Nanobites and Crumroll are in the top 5 here. 17 are in the lead lap. No, 16 now. Then is in pit lane. And these 2 behind then. Baby and Shizuko 1 down each. Ojiki leads by 0.606. He's always trying to chase up to Crumble, but Crumble doesn't want anything to do with that. Only Ojiki is in her sights, but she is a little over half a second behind. Just want to try to get as close as possible to her. But Zoe is right at Grummel's kitty cat tail, for lack of a better term, as Ojiki slows down. Grumble does take the lead away from Ojiki, and Zoe just couldn't quite catch up to Ojiki right there. As we have a bit of an issue here. Oh, no. Oh, man, we lost Story and Lunami. Look at that. Already, car's having issues. Now it was hitting. Rennie barely avoids Ori. Oh man, what a mess. Disaster for Ori. Rookie car's pitting already. The Nowie of all drivers finds herself in the lead, followed by Zoe. And Crystal Milk Tea is third, a distant third. Now the matter of points. You get 1 point for pole, no matter what. If you win, you get 40 points. Second, 32, third, 28. And then you go down and down and down until you reach 1 point for 20th. Which means, yes, you're guaranteed at least 1 point should you happen to qualify for the race. So if you don't qualify, tough beans. From 16 in the lead lap to just 6 in the lead lap. Even in lights, do you see a whole mess of short oval shenanigans? And we're only through 14 laps. Heyo is obviously has a bit of scuppage to her Delara, so she's gonna have to stop at the pit lane while Ojiki goes back up to second with her missing nose cone and floating front wing. I didn't mean to press replay on that. I wanted to press the number 3 key for television camera view. As we see Nanobites stopping for a breather. More debris on turn 3. Oh man, an issue here. Almost collided with Mari Mari. I believe she finished a distant second overall last July in the first Lights series, behind Matsuo Meru, who I believe just recently quietly graduated. Matsuo Meru with her 4 wins in the first Lights series, and then since then won 2 races in the top division IndieCar series. I'm gonna wish Meru the very best wherever she ends up. Meanwhile, we have 19 cars still racing on the track. We're past the halfway point now. Well past the halfway points of this race, so it is well official at this point. We with a 6.24 something second lead, just the 3 cars in the lead lap. We Crystal Milk Tea and Rainey's older sister Ojiki. Whoa, careful. Almost saw a bit of an issue with one of the cars. Look at the replay. see what happened. Ah, man. Drumroll briefly starring in Tokyo Drift. The 220, let's see how most everyone is faring. Just, well, that's how they are. Crystal T has basically trimmed and now he's lead by roughly half right now. Crystal dealing with lapped traffic. Ojiki is way too far behind the next driver up in the table. And now with the adventurous Fennec Fox. And join her adventure on this 1 mile oval in Orlando. All it takes to potentially screw things up is another incident on turn 3 just before start finish. I mean, look at the gaps between these three. Almost 10 seconds separating Ojiki and Crystal Milk Tea, while Inaoi has recovered her lead a wee bit. 5 seconds now. 11 to go. And this set of drivers made it through okay. Cromwell just getting out of pit lane and then just now got out of pit lane himself. 26 down, 10 to go for Inaoi. Hasn't streamed much in quite a while, but is still relatively active as we see this front wing fly out of the track limits altogether. Inaoi still relatively active in tweeting, and she said she plans to stream again in 2024. So that's why she's still active in this lights roster. I see Naru in the chat as Inaoi knocks a KO. Oh, would you believe it? Look at the replay, ladies and gentlemen, as we see Naru in the live chat. Look at that. Bam! KO basically got T-boned well out of track limits. We're seeing everything, ladies and gentlemen. Crystal Milk Tea finding herself in the lead, as I'm seeing YouTube not receiving enough video error. I'm seeing all four whatchamacallits. It's green on OBS, and it's looking clear again with 7 to go, and Crystal Milk Tea among 2 drivers in the lead lap with a 10-second lead over the older sister of Radio Ojiki, of the Radio Nojiki channel. Down to 6 laps, ladies and gentlemen. KO still nowhere to go. Already the first race, and we're seeing quite a bit of action here. This longest section, this longest, straightest section of this track. That's just turn 3. Down to 4. 4 CMT. Ojiki also good, and Utada Zoe is physically behind Ojiki, as it seems, but has one fewer lap than Ojiki and Crystal. For all we've seen on this track, we've only lost like 2 drivers. Ori due to a ridiculous accident, and Peo just being T-boned out of the track by Inaoi, who briefly held the lead for a bit, and currently finds herself 12th. Penultimate lap as we see Crystal slowing down. Which is highly inadvisable, because look who is just behind! It's Ojiki! Might we have a close fight to the finish? Oh man, drama here! As Crystal Milk Tea loses her rear win, and Ojiki gets the upper hand as the white flag is waved, 1 to go. Ojiki, just less than a mile away from victory here. That is just what she needed to see. Damage for Crystal Milk Tea's car. And just avoided Crumble, and that will do it. Ojiki wins the opening round here in Orlando. We'll start a 5th to victory lane here, ladies and gentlemen. Ojiki of the Radiant Ojiki channel, with a very interesting looking livery, getting victory here in the Walt Disney World Speedway short oval. Crystal will get 2nd for her efforts, and Zoe gets 3rd. Hey Nyaru, you're in the top 10, you finished 6th, which is pretty good. That's 20 points right there. I mean, you're 1 lap down, but still 20 points! That's half of the amount of points you would get for 1st place. But still, that's a pretty good chunk of points earned right there as we wait for Nini Yuna to finish, and she does finish, and I don't think Peo will finish anytime soon. How the hell did Peo somehow get back on track? Now we're seeing everything, ladies and gentlemen. Thankfully, Peo eventually does finish, albeit 9 down, so she's just gonna get 2 points. So, Ojiki, Crystal, Zoe, Umari, Vivi, Nyaru, Remy, Yoki, Nano, Ataru, Rainy, Inaoi, Yuna, and Nan. That's Yuna with 2 U's. And then Mari, Shizuko, Tsukimi, Rum, Roll, Peo, and finally, Ori. So let's confirm that the points do make sense, and they almost do. 4 points for Tsukimi, and a bonus point for Crumb Roll, so from 3 points to 4. And from pole to 18th. I mean, yeah. Top 3 are Ojiki, Crystal, and Zoe. All Indy Lights newcomers in the top 3. You love to see it. I mean, we have more newcomers in this month's roster than in last July's roster. Alright, we are good to go here. AO is already done, so, and the points are already, completed, so, may have forgotten to add a name to the list. Let's see. Mia, Ray, Shima, Honolumi, Tomoe, where did the Tomoe finish? All right, 4th. 25 for Tomoe. Okay. Now everything makes sense. Okay. So I just need to do a bit of course correction. No pun intended. No pun intended, since drivers are all racing on race courses. Anyway, we're moving on to St. Petersburg, which is a 1.8 mile street circuit. We're gonna do 15 laps here, and just look up Wikipedia if you want to see what the track is, how many turns there are, and what have you not. Anyway, first of the non-ovals here. We alternate between oval and non-oval for each round in IndieCar and Indy Lights. Anyway, we load. Hi, welcome! Welcome! I just joined. We're about to begin the second round here in St. Petersburg. It's a street course race. And we're going to lock this in. Unfortunately, no Yoki, no Rainy, no Nanobites, no Mari Mari. They missed a cut because we can only accept 20 drivers for each round. And that's 20 cars already in place. Pole will go to Inaui, who led for a bit in Orlando, just in the same state, before a heartbreaking crash. Well, not much of a crash. Basically, running into Peo, causing her to drop to 12th place in the Orlando race. Anyway, Crystal second. Finished second in Disney World. Will start off second in St. Pete. Ari Lunami will start off third, hoping for a bit of revenge after an early race retirement. We say hello to Mia Marina for the first time, the former Project F member. The agency just basically folded, and the remaining talents are now continuing as indies, so that's why Mia's here. Ray, Bubbles, and Jury Shima are 5 and 6. Then we have Nan and Grimmy. We have Tsukimi and Tomoe. Zoe and Yuna. Yaru and Ojiki. Shizuko and Honolulu. Drumroll, Peo, Tori, and Bibi. Everyone is in. 15 laps here in St. Petersburg. First street race of the series, taking place in St. Petersburg. It's up and let's see what happens here. We have Inaoi and Crystal here front row as frame rates may have seen better days. Fast forward a bit. We'll start here. Alright, as we try to deal with this ridiculous frame rate issue, let's see what happens for these 15 laps. I don't even know what Crystal is trying to accomplish, but we are green anyway. Already seeing a whole mess of car parts flying out as the 20 drivers try to get into position here. Okay, now things are looking good. Frame rate has improved a bit. Very good start by Crystal. I mean, what's going on with the frame rate? It looks a bit shaky here. We'll bring in that upper gauge just to check for frame rate issues as we see the former Project member, Mia Marina, running just behind Crystal as we see the sky inexplicably change colors. Inaoi at this third. Oh, careful there. Mia almost took the lead away from Crystal. It is going to be Crystal taking the lead after this opening lap. Mia is second, and Inaoi does have third at the moment. As we see several cars pitting. Zoe, Ori, Ray, Bubbles, Nen, and Tsukimi. So that's 15 staying out for the time being. Homoi Omari, with her missing nose cone, finds herself third ahead of Inaoi, as Grimmy almost passes Inaoi and now does properly. Hima is sixth, just behind the Fennec box. Umari almost passed Marina. As we see Crystal complete another lap. A ridiculous jump at the start, putting her where she is right now. Almost 4 seconds ahead of Mia Marina. Yaru mid-pack, just trying to get used to street racing. From just left turns to more right turns than left turns on this St. Pete street track. And now Tomoe finds herself ahead of Mia for P2 at the moment. Remy fourth, Inaoi dropping a wee bit to fifth. Going to have a look from time to time on the map on the upper right hand. see if there's any issues going on. Nope, it's clean right now. First lap cleaner than the last real-life IndieCar race. That's Indy with a Y. Race on the circuit. Yeah. Yeah, most certainly. I mean, like, the real-life IndieCar race had, like, 27, 28 drivers. This with the Indy Lights cars, which are the same cars used nowadays in the real-life Indy Next, except with no halos. There's only 20 drivers starting this race, and the racing is right on par with what you may see in real-life Indy Next. Battle for the lead here in the last turn before start-finish on this long straightaway. Tomo and Crystal are neck and neck. Tomo away wants to complete the overtake here, and does. So she gets into the lead. Unfortunately, Onolumi is out of the race. That's our first casualty here in this second round of 12. Shima. He is in third right now. Well, even with a few driver changes in the top 5, Inaoi somehow is still top 5 herself. Tomoe Omari. Very good right there. But we're only a third of the way through this round. Still like 10 to go. Niniuna now third, as we may have seen a bit of a mistake involving Juri Shima. He has no rear wings, so expect a drop into pit lane after this current lap, as cars will have to go past him. Tomoe's lead is almost 3 seconds ahead of Crystal. Crystal hoping for a second consecutive podium. Mia just behind Yuna. As more car parts find itself scattered around the first turn. Error for Mia Marina! Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Mia kisses tire barrier, the kiss of death. And that's how the race ends in tragedy, I'm sorry to report. Another driver out of the race already, joining Onolumi in the paddock. Oh, that is dreadful. There is Ojiki fresh off her victory. Older sister Ojiki, fresh off of her victory in Orlando, I should say. Pretty good. Finding herself fourth, as Inaoi has to stop at pit lane. Zoe and others are also pit lane. Nyaru is in the top 5. Nyaru Trying to get used to the different style of racing than the last round. In IndieCar, that's Indy with an IE, and Indy Lights. You gotta do well not only on the ovals, but also on the road and street circuits. Oh boy, look how big her lead is as Nina Yuna jumps Crystal to go up to P2. A 10-second lead currently as these three battle for position here. Oh, Crystal just slides wide and drops to 5th. Nyaru will take advantage of that, go up to 4. We are well past the halfway point, so this race will count as official. Ojiki P2, Nina Yuna 3. Careful about the tire barriers. In rFactor 1, for some reason, autism style, yeah. For some reason, tire barriers are more fatal than whatchamacallit, hard, whatever you call it. And Peyo finds herself out of bounds yet again. I mean, goodness, when did she fall out of bounds? Like, a few laps ago? Ooh. Tomoe, with 6 to go, followed by Ojiki and Niyuna. Nyaruchu is 4th, and Shizuko, I don't know if she'll remain 5th for that long. I expect Tsukimi will take over for P5. And she does. Well, the lead has dropped a bit for Tomoe, but still a pretty healthy 6.496 second lead as Ojiki tries to catch up, hoping for back-to-back race wins in these Florida circuits. Ten down, 5 to go. Yaru wanting to pass Nini Yuna for a provisional top 3 spots. Look at her go. Does make the jump to P3. And now it's Yuna trying to do the chasing. Tomoe basically has led for most of the race here. Yuna steals away 3rd from Yaru. Well, Umari still leads here. Just 11 cars on the lead lap. We've lost 3 drivers. One to the void, the other due to crashes, I would assume in the tire barrier. Which in rFactor is a worse place to run into than these hard walls. Because that's how physics work, right? Anyway, no need for... I don't think I need any more of that upper corner gauge. It's looking fine right now. It's looking fine. So we're now 80% of the way through this race as we see a stopped car. Who is hurt? Who is hurt? That is Nen who's hurt. Nen is out of the race, and Grimmy inexplicably runs into him. So that's the fourth early race retirement here. Looking at the times, an almost 11-second lead for Tomoe Omari. And significant gaps between second and third and fourth. An even bigger significant gap between fourth and fifth. I mean, look at that. Naru is almost 30 seconds ahead of these two. Two to go here in St. Pete. Oh, bad luck, Naru. Just lost her rear wing. So she's gonna have to have extended time in pit lane. That's that basically is a damper to her hopes of finishing top 5, especially this late in the race. Uniona battling against Ochiki for most likely second at this point. Well, here comes Tomoe. White flag is going to be waved. Ray Bubbles just has to let Tomoe go, as Ray is a lapped car. Yuna does go up to second. Oh man, Ojiki! Without a rear wing! That basically squanders her chances at a top 3 finish. As Crystal Milk Tea simultaneously loses her front wing. But it's gonna be a driver without a nose cone for much of the race for a second, for the second time in a row. Getting the W. Going into last turn. And that will do it. Tomoe Omari wins at St. Pete. Here comes the bread girl, Ninyuna, P2. Almost 10 seconds behind. Ojiki will have to enter pit lane. Keep an eye on these two. But Ojiki does cross the start-finish line, so Ojiki will take P3 here. But it's Tomoe getting victory in these 15 laps at St. Petersburg. Very nicely done for Tomoe. Top 3 are Tomoe Omari, Ninyuna, and Ojiki, so 2 consecutive podiums for Ojiki to open up her time in lights. We're just waiting for Ray Bubbles and Jerry Shima to finish, and Shima does finish. Ray Bubbles is also A-OK, and I don't think Teo will get back onto the track, unlike in Orlando. So she'll finish in 19th. I'll write down the names here of the race winners. Let's see, Zucchini, Zoe, Ori, and then Mia, Hale, and Onolumi. And that's all the drivers. And we still got 2 more rounds for tonight. And it's going to be a double round taking place in Gateway, the World Wide Technology Raceway. And the points do make sense as they stand. And a bonus point will go to Inaui, wherever she is, because she did start pole. So currently leading overall after 2 rounds is, of course, Ojiki with her 2 podiums, a race win in Orlando and a 3rd in St. Pete. And she's on 68 points, only 3 points ahead of Tomoe Umari. That's this car right here. And a distant 3rd on 42 points is Crystal Milk Tea. That's your top 3 in overall. While 4th is Nini Una on 40, and 5th on 38 is Nyaru. Alright. That's your top 5. Currently, Ojiki, Tomoe, Crystal, Yuna, and Nyaru. But we still got 10 more rounds to go, and next one we'll get to just momentarily. Oh god, it's this race. We're going to World Wide Technology Raceway. We're going to be racing 30 laps and 75% damage multiplier. We're in for some crazy things on this egg-shaped circuit. Well, not exactly egg-shaped. It's just that the straightaways are not quite parallel. Turns aren't that deep, and it's a 1.25 mile short oval. We'll just see who qualifies for this race. No Tsukimi. No Mari. Shizuko is also not in, and Crumroll also fails to make the cut. But I gotta hurry up and get to the start of the race because the thread is on page 9 already. Well, surprise, surprise, Crystal Milk Tea will start off at pole. A second consecutive front row start for the aspiring B singer Yuna. Stop second, and then we have Nen and Inaui, Shima and Ari, Rainy and Zoe, Mia and Peo, Tomoe and Bibi. Oh, it's on page 10 already. Ah, someone got in already. Where was I? Nyaru will start off 13th. And then Ojiki and Grimmy. Onolumi and Inamiyoki. And finally, Rei, Alto, and Nano. Alright, we are set to go. We're going to be racing 30 laps here. It's a second oval of this series. 1.2 mile, 1.25 mile short oval. That is the World Wide Technology Raceway in Madison, Illinois. Just near St. Louis. And with that, we, load. Remember, lads, 75% damage model. Because we've had too much BS already as it stands. We'll skip ahead to right here because we are about to begin the race anyway. This will T and Nini Una, your front row for this 30-lapper, round 3. Green flag is waved already. Off we go. Let's start by Crystal. Yuna is just behind. Past the inside. Couldn't quite complete the overtake. And then we'll get past Yuna. But it's going to be Crystal with the lead after this opening lap, followed by Surugi Nen and Yuna. As the cars battle for position here in the backstretch. Everyone trying to find their footing here on this relatively flat banked oval. I don't think it's any more than like 6 to 8 degrees in banking on these turns. First 2 turns are tighter than the turns 3 and 4 on this relatively unusual but still relatively popular oval circuit that's used in real-life IndieCar and the Indy Next series, along with the other series in the Road to Indy. Jerry Shima is, well, basically having issues here. He'll have to stop at pit lane. Ray Bubbles also with notable car damage. A lot of bumping and smashing. Careful there. Somehow Nana has dropped a few spots. Rainy, the younger sister of Ojiki, finds herself in P2 at the moment, followed by the horror VTuber, that's Grimmy VT. Grimmy just behind Rainy right there. And Onolumi hoping to regain some momentum as she currently has just the 1 point after 2 rounds. And Ray Bubbles is spending a lot of extensive time in the pit area. To change tabs a bit. Okay, all good. Oh, bad luck for Utada Zoe. She crashes out of the race already. I mean, what happened? Oh, man! Vivi also got hurt and has to go into pit lane. Zoe out of the race. Womp, womp, womp. So, Crystal still remains in the lead. Jerry, Shima, and Inaoi have to enter pit lane. Top 5 basically unchanged. Vivi doesn't even know what she's accomplishing. It's rFactor AI at its finest, trying to get into pit lane somehow. Come on, that is just nutso. Year 2005 AI, ladies and gentlemen. Onolumi, now third. Trying to fast approach Ojiki's younger sister. Rainy does have the inside though, but Onolumi does take the inside right back in the backstretch and does jump up to second. Crystal gotta watch out for the lapped cars behind her. Oh, still has a bit of lead somewhat. We lost another car apparently, or what happened? No, the other 19 cars are still intact, I guess. You know, a car is well in sight when you see her name, or overhead name. Yeah, that means you're getting really close to her. If you can't see her overhead name, that means she's too far away from you. Oh, what a tangled web we weave. As Crystal has to deal with a whole mess of cars immediately ahead of her and immediately behind her. We're through 12 already. Whole mess of action already. 12 cars are in the lead lap. Yes, which does include Nyaru. Aha. Oh, a bit of a tire bumping. Highly inadvisable if you're racing open wheel cars in real life. I mean, side-to-side bumping is okay if you race stock cars, but not open wheel cars! Nan is now to P2. Crystal has basically led throughout almost the entire first half of this race. Does maintain a lead of a few seconds. And that's 15 down, 15 to go. Race is more official than it will ever be. Rainey trying to chase after Nen and get back up to second, but it's not easy right there. Rainey just not quite reaching Nen. Nen aware that Rainey's trying to catch up to him, and Nen does keep his position for the time being. Rainey wanting to try again here. Does! Rainey does move up to second. And now Onolumi wants to try to pass Nem. Oh, couldn't quite complete the overtake, though. And Atu is blocking Lumi's way. Rainey wants to try to catch up to Crystal somehow. 1.792 gap. And potentially closing. If only Rainey could do something about Shima's car ahead of her. Nen drops to 5th. Heo is 4th. Onolumi does go back to 3rd. Heading down to 11 here. Crystal has basically led throughout the whole entire race without issue, but still has 10 more laps to get through. That's like 12.5 miles of left turns and stuff. 10 to go. 66.666666, and so on percent of the way through. Big lead ahead of Onolumi, but Onolumi wants to make the lead not quite as big. And now Onolumi does make the strike against Crystal. Man, that was a big gap that has dropped to the negatives now for Crystal, and now the Crystal one has to do all the chasing against the retro VTuber and a good friend of two-time IndieCar Series champion Amiya Aranya. Man, a lot of cars in the top 10 rather close to each other. Jockeying for position here in the closing laps of this race. And watch out for that tire bumping. Now third. Big sprint to the finish in sight for these drivers. We're 80% of the way through this third round. Oh, Grimmy blocked by Yuna in her attempt to overtake Crystal on turn 3. 5 to go. And Crystal is on the move. Regains the lead. Crystal wants to improve her points standing with a big finish here. Did get second in Orlando. Might oval races be her way to go in Indy racing competition? She has got to watch out for Onolumi, though. Again, Nini Yuna wants to block the driver right behind. Onolumi does steal the lead away from Crystal again. Oh, watch out! Here comes Yukinoshi Tapeo. Fighting her way up to 3. With Tomoe 4th. Peo slowing down. Tomoe Umari goes up to 3 now. Speaking of 3 to go. Less than 3 to go. Only 2.5 miles of racing left here at Gateway. Look at that smorgasbord of cars fighting for positions. It's so crazy here. Onolumi. Here she comes. White flag is up for Lumi. Crystal on the chase, so's Umari. Last chance for Crystal to make a move in to get the W. But Onolumi is a bit too ahead. And that is how the race will finish. Onolumi, your winner here in the Gateway Oval, by roughly half a second over Crystal Milk Tea, who gets another second place finish on an oval. And Tomoe Umari takes P3 here. Amiya Aranya won on the Gateway Oval in the 10th series, and that was a big race that helped her get her second gold star. And this time it's her good friend Onolumi, fellow retro video game VTuber, getting the W here at World Wide Technology Raceway in Madison, Illinois. From a start of 16th to victory lane. Mighty impressive performance for Lumi. And these are your full standings, ladies and gentlemen. 12 drivers finishing in the lead lap. Onolumi victorious at Gateway. Boy, I'm curious to see how the points stand. Onolumi started off on the wrong foot in the first couple rounds, only 1 point after 2 rounds. She gets an additional 40 here in Gateway. Man, another exciting race here. All right, let's see how the points stand. Da, 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 da. Do, 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 do. Points. And a bonus point for Crystal from 32 to 33. And even then, she remains tied for second, I think. Well, Tomoe Umari is now currently on top of the points with 93. Both Ojiki and Crystal Milk Tea have 75 apiece, but Ojiki does have a race win, so she currently has a tiebreaker. Fourth is Yuna, still on 48. And fifth is Nyaru on 47. All right, and who's on the bottom of the standings? That's got to be Mari with just 6 points. But there's still 9 rounds left to go. Moving on, we're gonna stay at Gateway for the last round for tonight. All right, where is it? It's gotta be this track. This is what you call a roval, a combination road course and oval. Although this looks more like a road course than an oval lap. 16 laps here. How long is this? I don't know. We'll check out the splash screen, the loading screen. 16 laps, full damage multiplier, load circuit. Oh, there we go, 1.600 miles. This is and this is the first time we're going to be racing on this track. This is the first time we have a VTRP race in any series on this track. So we'll see how much of a mess this race will be as we set the grid. No Ori, no Nen, no Crumb, no Ray. All right. Shima will have pole. And then we have Shizuko, Crystal, and Crystal, another high start for her. Grimmy, Nano, Lumi, Yuna, Inaoi, Yoki, Tomoe, Aoteru, Mia, Nyaru, Mari, Bibi, Heyo, Zoe, Tsukimi, Rainy, and Ojiki. How ridiculous, the two sisters starting in the back row with each other. Alright. Okay, we're set to go. 16 laps here. Music is up, and we are gonna attempt to race. We'll skip ahead and I guess this is a good place to lead off. Let's see if we can get a good legal start. Let's see if we can get green flag here. We do. Let's go. From gateways, road course configuration. Good start by Shizuko as they enter the infield section. Good start by Shizuko. Grimmy is second and Onolumi is third. Onolumi hoping to sweep the gateway double round, does overtake Grimmy. Rainy and Ojiki just I don't even know what they're trying to accomplish with each other. They're supposed to be a team, and that's not how you team. Aha! Jerry Shima from the start of pole to 17th and no rear wing. And it's topping a pole sitter. Shizuko leads, followed by Lumi and Inoue. Shima is pitting, followed by Ojiki, who has no front wing. The rest are out, and Rainy is couldn't find much grip with these fresh tires. Woo! Look at that. Oh no, Lumi finding herself ahead of the others on the track. And Crystal Milk Team, another one of the big points leaders early in this series, now finding herself third. It's after start finish. We're through two already. Jerry Shima is just now getting out. Nano and Alteru are pitting. Lumi just ahead of Inoue, with an almost completely lapped car of Rainy, Ojiki, Rainy's older sister, I should say, within sight. And now he does remain behind Lumi. And now we're looking for an opportunity to overtake, and does. And now he finds herself in the lead. as more cars find themselves hitting Tomoe and Bibi and Mia. Oh, are you kidding me? Pale with no rear wing? Two True Blue cars, one ahead of the other. Oh, nice overtake by Nyaru. See the standings. Currently 16 in the lead lap. Tomoe DNF. Tomoe DNF. So that's gonna hurt her point standings, most certainly. A 20th place finish for 1 point. So we may have a new points leader. Very nice, Nyaru in 5th. And then we have Shizuko 4, Yuna 3, Onolumi in 2, and we at 1. Going through 5.5 laps of action so far. Crystal is just getting up pit lane. Grimmy has rejoined the action. Shizuko trying to make a move on the bread girl. The other British panda idol VTuber trying to chase after Yuna, and does get the overtake to go up to 3. The adorable Inamiyoki finds herself in the top 5. Rainy passes Nyaru to go up to 6th. Yuna to 3 again. Gap is 1.249. But diminishing somewhat. Oh no, Lumi back to the lead. I see if Onolumi would win here to sweep the Gateway double round, it would definitely be hers and Ami's favorite track. Both oval and road course, for oval, just for Ami, just an oval. Top division IndieCar hasn't raced on this road course configuration yet, and this is the very first time that we have a live race here, and this is with the second division Indy Lights drivers. Inaoi staying behind Onolumi for the time being, looking to make a move eventually. Maybe on this oval front stretch. Oh, yes, indeed. Very good overtake by Inoue to leapfrog Onolumi again. Ah ha ha! Yuna with a bit of a slippy slide on this turn. Does remain third at the moment. Man, this race, yeah, we're well over halfway through this race. This race is so official, it could referee in the NFL. Oh, that is a terrible joke. What am I talking about? So official, it can referee in the NFL. Not quite overtaking Inoue right there for Lumi. Close, but no cigar. Still trying to keep an eye on these two. Everyone having a relatively clean race. We've only lost one car so far in this round, and that's Tomoe with an early DNF. Just had issues with her car, apparently. Onolumi on the outside on the oval turn 4. That's an interesting place in which to make a big overtake. 5 to go here in the Gateway Road course. Out of nowhere, Nini Yuna. How did they get all the way back there? Onolumi, this is no time to touch grass. Gotta remain on asphalt, because you gotta race to race through. All this craziness, and Shizuko still remains outside of a provisional podium spot. You gotta dig that single file line. Who will be the first to potentially get out of the line? Oh man, Shizuko from 4th to 2nd. And Onolumi, oh no, almost dropped out of the podium spots entirely. Less than 4 to go. Shizuko, the other Panda Idol VTuber, going into the lead. Me as a lapped car, that's an obstacle, gotta watch out. Onolumi, that is much better from her. Back to 2. Gotta watch out for Yuna behind her as she tries to catch up to Shizuko. Do we have another DNF? No. Mia is in the way. That's gonna give Onolumi an even further hard time. Yoki to 4. Yuna wanting to get past Onolumi somehow. as we come down to 2, with Shizuko with a lead, and Nina Yuna on the first turn, back in the infield, snatching away second. This late in the race, and Yuna's fleeing like her heart depends on it. A slippy slide by Shizuko. Careful there, almost lost your lead there. Shizuko! White flag is gonna be waved here. Nina Yuna, last chance to try to make a move against Shizuko. Oh no, Lumi's just way too far behind to vie for the win. Nina Yuna just can't quite reach Shizuko close enough. Nothing doing. It'll just be try to be a sprint to the finish if possible. And it's a sprint to the finish, coming down to the last turn. And it's going to be Shizuko getting the W on the Gateway Road course. Shizuko over Yuna at the line. Another second place finish this series for the Bread Girl. And not quite a sweep of both races for Onolumi, though she does get another podium. A first and a third here. So Shizuko wins on the Gateway Road course. And then Yuna finishes second, and Onolumi takes P3. And everyone is finished. Alright. A relatively clean race. Not bad. We did see some action. That's good. I expected this track to be a pretty popular roval course for Indy Lights drivers. Just gonna complete the points, and then we'll be done for tonight. My oh my! Jurishima with pole, and yet ended up finishing 19th. Again, tough being a pole sitter. This early on in this weekend's Lights series. All right, everyone is in. Let's earn the points and then wrap up. All right, where's the file? Right here. Alright, so I forgot to mark who got pole for each race. And then we will consider points. Where are you? And everyone is good. So even with a 20th place finish for Tomoe Omari, she still does lead the championship after the first third of races in this series, but just barely. 94 points, just 7 ahead of Ojiki right here. And then third is Crystal. Yuna's in fourth with 80. And Shizuko does go up into the top 5 on 70. All right. So that will do it for today. As we get into the music. Where is it? Music. Right here. Loud. Alright, tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern, we have races at Dover, Houston, Rockingham, UK, and Lime Rock Park. So that's next 4 rounds as we continue into the middle part of this Indy Lights second series. And don't forget, Formula Hollow's 2024 World Championship is scheduled to begin either the 20th or 21st. Most likely the 21st, because, I don't know. Anyway, a fun first night of racing with these Indy Lights drivers. Can't wait to see how the next 4 rounds fare for these 24 Tubers. Anyway, I've got nothing else to say. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you tomorrow for more action with rounds 5 to 8 in the Indy Lights series. Still a few more seconds to go. Alright. Take care, everyone. Have a great rest of your evening. See you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern for more Indy Lights. Up to Dag.